Hi, I'm answering questions from my March 2020 Business Challenge Hackathon. And today's question is, or actually more of a statement, I don't get social media. Hi, I'm Nile Harris, and I'm a life strategist, business consultant, and speaker working with transitioning and growing entrepreneurs and professionals to pursue their passion with a plan. Now, my intention is that my content be inspirational, informational, and implementable. And so I challenged you to challenge me to answer your biggest questions that you have about starting your own businesses. So today's question, and this is the fifth question, I selected 5. This is number 5. Like I said, it was actually more of a statement. I don't get social media. But before we get started, please take a moment to subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on the alerts so that you know when I post new content, and follow me at I'm Nile Harris on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and Nile Harris on LinkedIn, and also follow hashtag Nile Hack This. Now, the question or the statement was really, I don't get social media help. The more descriptive part of the question was, I want to get started with social media so that I can expand my reach. And I don't know where or how to get started. There is so much information. Yes, there is. And social media is only growing, and it's also becoming more saturated. It's harder to be heard, and it can be a bit intimidating to kind of wade into the social media game or social media platforms, and you just don't know where to get started, how to get started, what to do, how do you make videos, how do you just, how. So there's a lot there. More than I can answer in this one video, but I know that this is a question that's out there, and I know people are probably Googling and trying to figure it out. They try something on social media and they just can't figure it out. So first, let's just take a step back and distinguish between social media and digital marketing. Now, social media is a part of digital marketing, but digital marketing includes and encompasses emails, websites, the actual social media platforms, anything that's electronically going out, your website, blog posts, all of this, that entire strategy that you are using to electronically reach your audience. Social media is one way of doing that. It's one aspect of a comprehensive strategy. And there are things to know, things to not know, and ways that you can make sure that your voice is being heard. Another part of it is advertising, digital advertising, whether you're using Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Twitter ads, on Pinterest, all of that sort of sponsored content that you're pushing out. The first thing that you need to do is, if you haven't already, is understand your target audience and creating an avatar for them. So one of the questions was, how do I create a customer avatar? So definitely go and look at that video on how to create a customer avatar, because once you understand your customer, you'll know which platforms to use. So if your customers, if you're trying to reach a Gen Z person, maybe WhatsApp, Snapchat, TikTok might be your best avenues. If you're trying to reach a boomer, it might be Facebook. If you're trying to get a Gen X person, it's probably might be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If you understand your customer segment, you're going to understand which social media platforms you should use. Now, the reason you might want to be using multiple platforms is to create a footprint. It's almost expected these days that you are on multiple platforms, that you're on Facebook, that you're on Twitter, that you're on Instagram, but you don't have to, if you don't want to be on all of those. It's best, honestly, if you're choosing one or two that you really want to push deeply into. and then have the other ones, either don't have the other ones or just have the other ones because it's kind of expected that you have a footprint there. And so, for example, I spend more of my time on LinkedIn and Instagram because I believe, based on research and data, that my target audience is primarily on LinkedIn, and they're also a little bit on Instagram. But I also want to make sure that if that there is some presence on Twitter and that there is a presence on Facebook. My target audience might be on Pinterest. However, my content is not best delivered on Pinterest. So that's the other aspect of it. Where is your content? Where is your product or service best delivered? Does your voice make the most sense? And so you want to take that into account as well when you're thinking about getting started into social media. So let's just say for the example of this video that you want to focus on LinkedIn and Instagram. And the content you need, one of the things that you will definitely need is an editorial calendar, or basically a calendar of what you want to publish, when you want to publish it. And you need to know also what is the best type of content for the audience that you're trying to reach. So on LinkedIn, it tends to be a lot of articles, some video. On Instagram, definitely lots of pictures, quotes, inspirational quotes are very popular on Instagram. So have an idea of what is the best content for each of those channels. And also there's lots of research around when are the best times to post. So you want to sit down and think about your editorial calendar, what you're going to post, when you're going to post it, and how you're going to post it. Is it going to be text, like a blog, an article? Are you going to be posting video? Are you going to post video on like live video? So Instagram is really good with live videos if you want to go live, or Instagram stories. LinkedIn, I think, is wanting to move in that direction. So you'll see that there are some users who LinkedIn has given the ability to have live video with, but Instagram is really bringing that up a little bit more. Now, also know what, if you want to do videos, like how long are those videos going to be? Are you going to post it also on YouTube? And then try to drive people from Instagram to YouTube. There's a lot to think about, and you just kind of need to understand who your customer base is, where they are, what are the types of things that they want to see, do they want to hear. Video is becoming extremely important in a world where there's lots of text, but now people kind of want to see the videos, and what's the best length for that. So the first thing was understand your customer, the platform, then understand your editorial content, your calendar, get that together, plan about, a month in advance. I would start off with just a week in advance because you want to test the waters. You want to understand and test what works and what doesn't work. So for example, if you go to my LinkedIn page versus my Instagram profile, you'll see that there's a lot more content on the Instagram profile of quotes and more video than you find on LinkedIn. LinkedIn tends to have less quotes, some video, and more long form writing. And YouTube, of course, is everything. So if I post it on LinkedIn, if I post it on Twitter, if I post it on Instagram, it goes on to YouTube. And then all of that feeds and funnels through my website. I know it's a lot, but just start. The best advice I can give about getting started with social media is just start. Nobody was a social media expert. Social media didn't even exist that long ago. Now, you'll see, you'll understand or wonder, you'll see some people post things, you're like, how did they do that? I can't get my Instagram to do that. Integrations. There are third-party integrations to Instagram that can help you, for example, schedule posts. They can help you with analytics. They can help you with staying engaged with your audience. And I'm going to come back to engagement in just a second. But there are some integrations that can help you really hone and refine your strategy on social media. You're really just going to have to get out there and do it, start posting some things, and be consistent. Where people go wrong with social media is a lack of consistency. And again, where you want to spend most of your time in being consistent are the 2 or 3 channels that you've chosen. Now, some people will say just pick one and stick with that one and do that one until you get it to where you want to be. And you can do that, but you might be missing out on some of your audience. And also, again, it gets back to that footprint. And I'm not personally myself, scrolling through Twitter. So if somebody is only using Twitter, but I am in their target audience, they're going to miss me. I'm not going to see them because I'm just not that engaged with Twitter as an individual. But I do love Instagram. I like the simplicity of it. I'm not as much on Facebook anymore, but I do get on LinkedIn. So to navigate all of that, you're just going to have to try. It's trial and error, trial and error. There is no quick fix for social media, especially now that every company is on it. Lots of people are on it. There are a lot of voices. You're going to have to find your niche, and you're going to have to speak directly to your audience, which again, it is so important to understand your target audience by creating a customer avatar, because you want to speak into their listening. You want to speak the words that they want to hear, their pain points, what they enjoy. So don't skip the part of a customer avatar, because that's the content that you're going to be putting out there. And there's no quick fix. You'll see people offer to, pay me and I'll get you 100,000 subscribers. Don't do that. They might not even be real subscribers. You want engaged people, because those are the people that you're going to convert into being your customers, and you want to create an experience for them. People are backing away from, I need to have 1 million followers. Well, what you need is an engaged customer base. What you need, and we kind of get caught up on these influencers and this and that and how many likes we have. What you want is for people to be able to come to your page and have an experience. And this last part about engagement. You create followers by engaging with other people. So if you post something and somebody comments or somebody likes it, you want to comment back. You want to like their comment. You want to engage in discussion or conversation. You also want to go to other people's pages and profiles and comment on the pictures that they have posted, or maybe comment on their comments. You want to actually, like you would face to face, engage with people and create these sort of virtual relationships, so that when people come to your profile, they're seeing other people comment, they're seeing there's activity there, and they want to come to your page. They want to post and have an experience with you, and they say something and you respond. So don't forget that engagement piece. But that's the basics of how you get started with social media. For right now, if you're just getting started and you're like, you want to dip your toe in, you gotta put the whole foot in. Okay, you just have to get started. Be consistent. I've heard anywhere from 2 to 4 posts a day, but not more than 4. Sunday, you might get away with just 2, maybe even 1, but you want to post every day. You don't want to use bots to go out and do this stuff for you. The social media platforms have been able to identify these bots pretty readily. So you don't want to spam people. You do want to create a editorial calendar. You want to go about it very methodically, adjust your strategy as you go along. If you go and look at my Instagram page, you will see me testing lots of content, me testing colors, me testing the formats. It's what worked well. I'm on the back end. I'm looking and I'm seeing what worked well because I want to create an experience for you when you come to my YouTube channel. I want to create an experience for you when you come to Instagram or LinkedIn because I want to speak into your listening. I want my content to be inspirational. I want it to be informational. And what's most important to me is that it's implementable. And for me, I would go and listen to webinars or I would go to some people's pages and they're saying great things that are inspiring. And they're also saying things that are, make me say, but they weren't giving me information that I could do something with, that I could go back and execute on my own and see results. So that's why it's important that I have all three of those things together. So go and look at other people's profiles or pages on whatever platform. So that's my last piece of advice is get some heroes. I call them heroes, but look at people who are in the same industry as you, who are offering similar services, who have a more engaged following and see what they're doing. And don't be afraid to take some elements and integrate it into your own, but don't copy. Somebody else put a great deal of time into their brand, into their voice. If you see something like the way somebody does their YouTube description or like, they included XYZ, I should include that, but create your own voice and integrate and take from these different heroes what you can, because your gift is your gift. Not only if you take from other people, you're co-opting their gift, but you're also covering up your own gift. The words and the things that you were meant to bring into the world are yours and uniquely yours. So yeah, you can imitate for a little bit as you figure out what's your voice, what's yours, but then create your own so that you can be someone else's hero. But I promise you, if you just do it, if you just practice it, when I started making videos, I was like, I don't know how to get this onto YouTube. I don't know how to make this work right. But Google is your friend. I had to Google stuff. I tried stuff and we all get there. So it's all a learning curve. But if you are really committed and you stick with it, you will start to see results. So that's how you get started with social media. You go to the different websites, you sign up, create an account, look for some integrations that might help you. If you see somebody do something really cool, chances are, like if they did something cool with an IG story, or you see like split images across multiple Instagram photos, those are probably integrations. Just do Google search, all sorts of information will come up. So that's it. This was the last question of the March 2020 Business Challenge Hackathon. So please follow me at I'm Nile Harris on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Nile Harris at LinkedIn, and follow #NileHackThis.